Pazuzu dies tonight. Pazuzu dies tonight. The power of David Gordon Green compels me to probably not watch this. Only joking, or am I? So here we are, 50 years since the original release of the first film, and now we're getting a planned trilogy, just as long as part 2 doesn't have all the people of the town join forces to rid the town of the demon forever. And we know that part 3 won't be about Pazuzu at all, it'll be about a young kid called Cory Diablo, who has dark leanings. I'm being unfair, hopefully this trailer will change my mind. It dropped online literally 10 minutes ago, so let's give it a look. The brand new trailer for The Exorcist Believer.
Good day. Hey, be home by dinner.
I love you. Good morning, Mr. Fielding.
Morning, Catherine.
And here are your daughters, Angela and Catherine. It's about 7 hours ago, and that's the last information we
That's
have.
right, it's 2 girls went missing.
Angela?
If you can hear this, we love you. Please come home.
Hey, you found her? What are you and Catherine doing out there in those woods?
You were just walking and walking. That's all I remember.
Angela, can you tell your dad how long you were gone?
A few hours.
Baby, you've been gone 3 days.
Really?
What did you say?
I didn't say nothing.
Thought I heard you say something.
Hey, baby.
Jump cuts aren't working.
Okay?
Wherever those girls went, they brought something back with them.
The body and the blood of Jesus Christ.
Body in the blood? Body in the blood?
Catherine.
Body in the blood. The body in the blood. The body and the blood.
Catherine.
The body and the blood. The body and the blood.
That's awful.
Ever seen anything like this?
Mommy?
No.
And
there
down.
are people
See, that's a
out there
positive.
who have.
That was Ellen Bernstein. Hey.
You have some experience with possession.
Yes, more than I'd like.
Saving grace of the film, probably.
I believe you can help get our girls back.
Exorcism is a ritual. Every culture, every religion, they all use different methods. It's going to take all of them.
Don't be scared,
We've met before.
Mother.
Flashback to the original.
What did you do?
Is that Catherine's heartbeat?
They're beating in sync.
God played a trick on you.
Now, flashback to the original trailer. It's just all replication. Never like to kind of shit on anything really, because you're always conscious that there's people that have made this film and there's a cast and crew that have put love and time and effort into this film. Didn't do anything for me at all. The second half of the trailer was a lot better than the first, and it should have kept that vibe. Some of the cuts in the first half just didn't work at all. When she suddenly appeared next to him when he was looking in the mirror at the beginning, it's rubbish. Not that I'm going to be negative about it at all. At least Mike Oldfield's still getting the royalties. He's still getting the money in. Like I said, not to detract from anyone that's put the work in making a movie. And without sounding patronising, I know how difficult a thing that must be. But I'm probably going to spend the next few minutes detracting from all the people that put the work into this movie. That trailer didn't work at all. A 3-minute trailer. 3 minutes and 3 seconds. David Gordon Green is using exactly the same formula as he did when he did the Halloween trilogy, in that this is going to be a direct sequel to the first one, because that worked well for The Heretic. And then we're going to be wiping away all the other sequels from canon. If that is the case, I'm not ready to say goodbye to The Exorcist 3. Exorcist 3 has one of the best jump scares ever in the history of cinema. So I'm not pretending that moment didn't just exist. The whole planned trilogy thing worries me from the start. I know there's universes and we have films that have just come out, like Mission Impossible, for example, where it's a sequel and we know it's a part one of a two-part story. But for these legacy sequels, to plan it as a trilogy, it just give us one solid movie that has a beginning and an end. Don't end on a cliff. I mean, I don't know if this is going to end on a cliffhanger, but your thoughts are always going to be what's happening in parts 2 and parts 3, instead of just giving you this self-contained story. This film needs to stand on its own. At the moment, there's nothing about it that stands on its own. The first half of the trailer was trying to give us something new. We've got two girls that have gone missing and then turn up days later and are clearly possessed. And it doesn't feel very much like an Exorcist movie. But then David Gordon Green leans on the same tropes that he did with the Halloween ones, where in the sequels we'll bring back more of the original cast, we'll bring back this, we'll bring back that, and then all these callbacks. And I realise I'm saying this as a massive fan of the last Ghostbusters film, where, you know, it would be accused of doing a lot of the same thing. But for me, that seemed more of a love letter to the franchise than anything. This just seems like a cash-in. And I know they kept trying to get Ellen Burstyn to come back, and she kept saying no. And from what I've read, they offered her like double her normal salary. And the only reason she said yes to it, she said in an interview, is because she is co-president of Pace University, where they do the actor studio, and the fee that they paid her there would pay for a scholarship, and so she donated it back into the college. So it wasn't the script necessarily, I think, that drew her back, but it was the paycheck and what she could do with that money. That silly money that they offered her. I suspect, if not in this film, maybe right at the end of this film, certainly in the sequels, they'll bring back Linda Blair. She'll come back and do that big hero shot, walk through the door thing, and kind of she knows what these girls are going through. None of it worked. I mean, I'm lying to myself. Like I said, the second half was a lot more effective than the first half of that trailer. But we had those nods to the original film where Ellen Burstyn, you know, she went into the room and Pazuzu knew her and replicated what happened to her own daughter. Did they even use the same dialogue when she said mother? Was that the same dialogue ripped from the first film? Just to kind of hook it in that bit more. But to give her effectively like the Jamie Lee Curtis role is a kind of weird move. She wasn't really the hero of that first Exorcist film. It was the priests. So to bring her back as somebody who's going to sort this shit out, or at least that's the perception it gives there, doesn't ring true. None of it rings true. The problem is that curiosity is going to get the better of me, and I'll end up going to the cinema to watch it anyway, just to see it on the big screen, and then regret my decision as soon as I walk out again, more than likely. I'm hoping they prove me wrong. Like I said, don't want to diss anything just for the sake of doing it, but I don't know. It just feels like a reboot, sequel, re-sequel, just made by numbers. There's boxes that are ticked. This worked well for us last time when we did it. Let's do it again. I know Universal paid a silly amount of money to DGG just to get these made. So they've got faith in it, or they're just seeing dollar signs. That will come with the first one, certainly, and there will be a law of diminishing returns as parts 2 and 3 come out, much like we saw with the Halloween ones. I have to say, I did rate the first Halloween reboot, the 2018 one. I really enjoyed that film. Second and third just got silly. I didn't really have a problem with the whole Corey thing in the third one. I'm digressing, but at the same time, it's just weren't what people wanted. Everything I'm saying, I'm contradicting straight afterwards. I'm completely aware of this. But I know you shouldn't be giving the fans everything they want. I mean, look at Rise of Skywalker, for example, because then things just become too safe. And then again, we just go down another path. But it just needs to be respectful of the original material. And this didn't feel like it. It just felt like I said, just it's made by the numbers. There's boxes that we ticked that will make it an Exorcist movie. and it doesn't give you anything new apart from that there's two girls, and it's made a lot worse than the first one or the third one, seemingly. The original, one of the scariest horror films I think ever made. Even the trailer, that's right, the end of this trailer, it ripped off the trailer that was banned in cinemas here in the UK with that bleaching out effect, the black and white wipes. The original Exorcist trailer was like a minute and a half of sustained wipes with this sound effect that was completely and utterly disturbing, and they're just ripping it off again, just going for the same vibe without any sort of creativity of their own. I'm bummed. I want to like films, I want to enjoy films, I want to love films. This has given me no reason to. What did you think? Are you looking forward to this? Are you not looking forward to this? Are you a big fan of the original? Do let me know. Leave those comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Also, if you did like this video, because it's been such a positive experience for all of you, hit that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. If you are a subscriber, thanks so much for coming on board already. Gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Did you enjoy that trailer? Hope you enjoyed the trailer. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. That was dog dirt.